there you have it. See, don't bother about the fins on the koobi. I love every part of koobi. I do not waste a single part of koobi. All set. So on today's show, what we have here is very local food, Ghanaian local sauce. We call it abomu, or salted fish sauce. So our ingredients for today is gonna be, the star of the show is the koobi or the salted fish. We have eggs, we have tomatoes, we have our scotch bonnet. You can use paposhito, but unfortunately, I do not have that. We have our onions. Y'all know my love for onions. We have our salt when needed. We have our zomi, palm oil. We have our spinach. Where I'm at, I do not get access to contomere or the cocoyam leaves, so spinach is a good alternative. And this here is a fermented fish. You can get this at the African store, also known as momone. And we have here our plantain and cocoyam. Y'all know it's about to go down. We're gonna start off by soaking our fish in water, our salted fish. This is to get most of the salt out because you don't want your abomu or sauce salty. We have our spinach ready to cook. So we're gonna add our already washed peppers. At this stage, if you have turkey berries, you can add them, but I do not have, so I'll just do it with just the peppers and the spinach. So while our spinach and peppers are cooking, we're going to proceed to char our tomatoes. I mean, this is optional. You do not necessarily need to do it, but I love it when my tomatoes are charred. So we've diced our onions and we're gonna grind this in our earthenware together with the pepper and the tomato. Add in our peppers. See, with the onions, this is actually my preference. I'm not gonna grind it to get a fine end product. I still want that crunchiness of the onion in my sauce. Well, that's up to you. If you want it to be very fine, you can grind it to get that result. But this is just how I want it. Then we're going to proceed to add our charred tomatoes. You all know how we do. About to go down. Stage, we're going to add some salt. We're going to proceed to add in our spinach. So we proceed to pour our palm oil in a pan. So we're gonna let this heat. Then we're gonna add in our onions. We add in our onions. Make sure the oil is heated enough. Give it a gentle stir. You don't want to splatter palm oil all over the place. So after about frying for 3 minutes, we're going to add a fermented fish that has been soaking in water all this while. You would want the flavor of the fermented fish to incorporate itself with the oil. I mean, y'all should smell the aroma of this joint. You should have your windows open because even though they smell good, it stinks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the fermented fish omomone and add it to our sauce. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna grind it. You would want the flavor of the fermented fish incorporated with the spinach and all the other vegetables. Oh my goodness. So while your abomu sauce is all set, we're gonna proceed to start with the plantain. So after peeling the plantain, we proceed to soak it in water for a bit. Honestly, I don't know what this is for. I mean, the reason for soaking it in water, that is how I was stuck. And if ever I was given a reason, I don't remember. But I've stuck to this and it's been good for me. We're gonna wash this about 3 more times. And it's good to go on gas. So we have washed cocoyam and plantain on the stove right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in our eggs. And add in the almighty koobi. So if you noticed, I haven't added in any salt because the koobi is salty and you do not want your food to be overpowered with salt. Just look at that. Like I said earlier on, I do not waste any part of the koobi or salted fish. I eat the fins and every bone on that joint. But if you do not like it, you can just chop them off. This is just my preference, simply my preference. So if you do not like it, you are welcome to just chop them off.